It is time for some football. Welcome into Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Seattle Seahawks.
And now, 12. Welcome to the field. Your 2025 Seattle Seahawks.
Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're underway from Seattle. Ashton Doolin now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They go again with Taylor. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. And if these guys are not careful, he's going to run this opening drive right into the end zone.
Yeah, I think we're seeing and feeling an offense in front of a running back who've come ready to play. This defense, they may want to buckle their chin straps a bit.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Ball start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Still 1st down.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. He takes off with it. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Well, there's going to be a missed assignment on somebody's grade sheet tomorrow. That read option game with the quarterback, there is always a defender that's responsible for the QB. That time, QB takes advantage.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll work against the blitz. Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing 3rd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Finds him quickly on the RPO. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
And the Colts, 1st down. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Colts.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. But a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They have another 1st and 10 on this opening drive. This one from the opposing 40. Here's Taylor from the pistol. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. They're going play action. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Taylor is in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Spencer Schrader on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out to one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? The former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
He was a comeback story that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming, but he paired with head coach Kevin O'Connell, threw a whole bunch of touchdowns in Minnesota. Remember, Kate, he was an MVP frontrunner early last season. Exactly why the Seahawks targeted him, wanted him, and now have him in the fold.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
With a quick pass. Oh, the football's loose! The Colts pick it up. Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done, partner. They take it away on the fumble.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense, and they're going to give you a shot at it, go punch that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
The Indianapolis offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running right, this is Taylor. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to throw. And this is going to fall incomplete. Well, they made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. To the air on third and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
The Colts are going to turn to their kicker, Spencer Schrader, for the field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Kate, I call that a win-win in the first half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead. But you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. To the sound of the collective 12th man, here comes the Seattle Seahawks offense for its next drive, Brock. And in a nod to these fans wearing their alternate gray and green rivalry jerseys for this week's game. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. He's got it inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Calling this guy a home run hitter isn't exclusive to his abilities on the ground, Brock. We both know all those traits make him a threat to take the lid off a defense as a receiver like he just did too.
No question, and he can do that on short and longer routes. All he needs is just a little bit of space, whether it's near the line on a short little dump-off or up the seam unopposed in space. Give him that inch, and he'll take it a mile.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks cut it to a field goal game.
Seahawks 7.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Doolin. Jukes away from one. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Colts offense set to head out. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Sending a tight end in motion left. 2nd down carry for Taylor. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They go play action on 1st down. To the sideline it goes. He's got it beyond the marker. Looks like he stayed in as well. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
He scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Trying to throw this from the gun. He's got it, complete to Downs. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and 10.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Looking in the air here. Right side, this is reeled in by Warren. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it, 3rd down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They were lining up to go for this. 4th down, pass coming. That's on target to Pierce. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Taylor. And he's in for the touchdown. The Colts stretch their early lead to 9. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Kate, to put this first quarter in perspective a little bit, add a little context, you know what the single-season rushing touchdown record is? 28. 28 in 17 games. Well, LT did in 16 back in the day, but he's got 2 already here in the first quarter.
PAT effort coming up. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Defense.
So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff.
Indianapolis.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
35-yard line.
The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. This one's caught. It's cut near the sideline. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now Darnold off the play action. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. He has it at the 13, and he's brought down before the return gets far. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Throw complete to Warren. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 31-yard line.
And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. Our score, 17-7. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They're looking at second and pretty short. Here's a throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. QB sneak coming. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on third down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
First down, play action. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That's completed out to the right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Straight ahead with Taylor. Breaks another tackle, but the ball's out. The ball is out. And that should be Seahawks football. And here I was just moments ago, Brock, thinking this dude is going to be impossible to stop. Bowling through defenders, which makes them forcing that fumble all the more impressive.
Yeah, you never want to tell your guys to stop fighting through tackles because he is, to your point, Kate, so good at it. But the longer he fights and stays up, the longer those defenders have a chance to fly in and rip that ball free.
The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
First and 10, Darnold. He's gonna push one deep down the right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Second and 10, Darnold. Here's a screen now for Walker. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Now an inside give to Walker. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Walker off his own lead. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
A gain of 3 yards.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it'll be 2nd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. To the air on 3rd and long. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. Back deep for the Colts is Anthony Gould. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And nothing to show from their last drive except, well, we did see a couple of short tempers, Brock. Not happy to have fumbled away that series.
Yeah, fumbles are one of those mistakes, Kate, you don't get a lot of grace for in the NFL. Just one in a game is too many. Got to find a way to protect the rock.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action. So this one on the defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
From the gun, Taylor. And he's brought down at the 30, right near that line of gain.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Taylor again. Tried to get this one outside, Brock, but he did not make it. They stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. He's short.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, It actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Seahawks take over.
The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Staying with Walker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. And the Seahawks.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
On with a quick pass out line. And he's right near that 1st down marker as the stop is made at the 48.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. He tries to sneak it, and he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the 1st down.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. They're going play action. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Second and 3 now. Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. That's dropped underneath. Walker. And they bring him down around the 34. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
That's another
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know by now, Kate, with this time we spend together these toss plays, the best way to defend them is to hit them before they get started. And that's exactly what the defense did.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Darnold. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. A gain of 15 there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And he's bottled up the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning. Darnold now to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
To number 11, Jackson Smith and Jigba. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Darnold. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Out of the end zone.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Doolin. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. That throw intended for Tyler Warren. And now they face 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Working now from the gun. Down the field, he's got Pierce. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
First and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack draws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Dropping back to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the 1st down play, forced to throw it away right there. An awfully difficult 3rd down now staring you in the face.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Taylor now up the middle. And this is going to be 4th down. He improvised a little, took it outside, but he doesn't get pushed to the marker. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Rigoberto Sanchez on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11.
The
Seahawks offense to the field for the final drive of this first half. And with field position and the clock against him here, probably not going to see anything of substance. "19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 11-yard line.
So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff.
For Indianapolis.
Shaheed now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. Throw left side, caught by Shaheed. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Darnold. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And 11.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. Connects with him down the sideline. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Not a lot of space, maybe to the 33. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
This is Walker on second. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Jarvarius Ward brings him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. Now Darnold. Completed to his running back. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. He works it down to the edge of the red zone. Kenny Moore there to make the stop.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running with Walker again. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
He's going to keep this one. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
It's decision time for the offense after that one. If they're stopping you short on a 3rd down sneak, you better be very careful going for it again.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. Trying for it, it's Walker. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Only got a yard, but all they needed was an inch or two. That's going to move the chains.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks make it 17-all.
17.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here's Doolin. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And this is an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. New set of downs for him from the 31. They go play action on first down. Now here he goes. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. He keeps this one himself. And they're not going to give him an inch on this second down play. Good job containing that run right at the line. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
Third down from the gun. That's on target to Pierce. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First and 10 now from the 46. Off the play fake, he'll throw. All in left side. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
All right, here we go. Second down. Setting up to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here he goes, third and long. Going with the screen to Taylor. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Left side into the hands of Warren. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them.
Still first down.
So after the penalty, here's first and 15. Throwing from the gun here. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Back to where they started as the play picks up 5. That makes it second and 10.
A gain of 6 brings up second and 9 at the 41-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9. They give to Taylor, right side. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Kid on Amer, Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a third and 10. Third and long for him here. He completes it in traffic. And he's taken down at the 30. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
They cobbled together a yard there. Leonard Williams applying the hit there.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Here's a quick pass to the right side. Cut! And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
First and goal, here's Taylor. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Taylor again. And this time he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown, his third of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What do we could call this, other than simply splendid?
Lining up now to try the extra point. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7.
Seahawks 17.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. From the gun, Darnold. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
To A.J. Barner. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Extra man in the secondary for the Colts now. Third down. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Colts in the nickel set on third. Shaheed motioning right. Darnold with it on third and short. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Man in motion, out of the slot. Back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
All set to go now from the 35. They send the tight end in motion. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And some solid blocking there springs him for 8. It's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. They go again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's good for a Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard
He easily had the yardage
line.
for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Option give to Taylor. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They're going play action. Right side, this is wheeled in by Warren. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Third and long. They're going to throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. And really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
The Colts ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. drive begins with a Walker run. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
2nd down, Walker's going to get it again. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Yards. And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Walker on 1st down. Again, he's got room. There it is, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks now trail by just a point in the 4th. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown! Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th.
The game, 24-24.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Doolin. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
1st down, play action. That's complete to Warren along the sideline. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks take possession at the 42-yard line.
Just how many times do these games at this level, Kate, come down to plays like this? In the end, you don't want to be the team making the mistakes. You want to be the one capitalizing on them. And now this offense has got a chance to do so.
The Seahawks offense running out now. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. First down from the 42. They give up the gut to Walker. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Staying with Walker. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
First and 10, Darnold. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Now an inside give to Walker. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Again, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's dropped underneath. Walker. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
1st and goal. Here's Walker. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's Darnold to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
Looking to throw. Here's a screen out for Walker. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Doolin. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And this group feeling a little urgency to make the most of this one, Brock, after they threw that interception the last time out.
Yeah, we know there's no more predictive stat in the NFL than giving the ball away. We walk that fine line as a quarterback. You can't play timid and scared to make a mistake, but you know you can't put the ball again in the other team's hands.
They'll start on the ground. Taylor. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Colts down by only 3. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. He's going to throw it. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. Don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Now to throw. And finds Pittman, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
A gain of 9
A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
For a Colts, 1st down. A gain of 9
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Back to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Here he is to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Here's a nickel look by the Seahawks. 3rd down. Here he is to throw. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock, but it does force a 4th down. Well, it sure seems like they have found the wrinkle in their coverage that this QB just can't quite read, Brock. Got him on a pick on the last drive, and they should have had him again right there.
Kate, I can't tell you how lonely a feeling this is.
Yeah.
One interception you don't like, back-to-back drives, that's a really hard walk off the field.
Desperation time here. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Brock, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
New set of downs for them from the 31. Drive starts with an option, right side. Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain. Timeout Indianapolis, that's its 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They go with Walker here. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on third. And drawn up for him. An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap.
They're on 35-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. One final shot here. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win at home. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Seattle.